And if you're one of them... Well, hello, welcome back. Firstly, thank you for all the messages. I've just opened my YouTube and seen a lot of messages saying they've noticed I've not done any videos on this channel, and they've seen that my ticks have come back. Now, correct on both fronts. The reason I haven't done any videos is not necessarily because of the ticks, but we went to Wales and we had like no reception for 5 days whatsoever, and I didn't do any cooking. Not really, it was all just like frying pan stuff. And I just chilled out. I didn't even record for Pews. Gareth did. Not much anyway. Chilled out a few days. Just done a bit of washing today. But we have been in Hull as well after that. We parked in Hull for 3 days because I had to see the opticians and the neurologist. That's over on Pews on Tor and Hull. Some point. Don't know if it is before this, but it will be at some point. So I have been vlogging. Just not vlogging. I'm getting back into it though now I'm on the road, which is good. Just done my washing today. I just got, I'll show you, I've got loads to put away. Look. Got all that to put away, look. Now, I had decided this morning I was going to wash my bedding and I was going to take all the throws off and the covers off and the chairs. But Gareth was having none of that. He's doing a bit of editing, I think. He was like, no, it's going to be too much for you. And I actually agreed with him for once. But I am going to cook something later on for you. I'll have some soup for my dinner first. Just a chicken and sweet corn one that I got in Morrison's, I think. I think that's what I'm having. Yeah, chicken and sweet corn soup. Let me take my mince out for later. Because we are going to make, in this vlog, shepherd's pie. Don't know what else we're doing, but we're definitely making a shepherd's pie. I'll pick you up in a little bit. Alright, I'm back. I've done that for a couple of hours. I sat and chilled out. I've almost got moose shut. So I've got to put these in the cupboard. These need hanging up. These don't go in the dryer because I've got labels on. Jammers. I want to ask you, Vanlifers, is it just us, or when you do the washing, right, do the women always have 5 times more clothes to wash than the husbands? What's that about? That's what I'm doing at the moment. Just going to put these few things over pee. Chilling. It's not late though, it's only about 2 o'clock. Have you all missed me anyway? Drop in the comments if you have. Welcome back. Now, what we're going to do is, we're going to make a shepherd's pie. So we're going to prep the first bits. Got my empty pan here. First thing I'm going to do is a tiny bit of olive oil. And I have these onions that I'm going to chop up. Now, I would have used one medium-sized one, but these are tiny. Look at the size of them. So that's going to be my first thing. I'm going to chop these up. Bang them in the pan. Do you watch me doing a bit of chopping? Well, I gab to you a little bit. So I've got a new knife, so I can chop. Look, my hands are a lot more stable as well, people, which is good.
Hold your hand out, man.
A little bit shaky. Listen, leave me alone. So, like I said, I would have used a medium one. These are tiny, these onions. I bought medium ones today, but I need to use these. I'm not wasting them. There's a geezer outside, looks like Jimmy Savile. Let me see if I can get him on camera. He keeps coming to my window and looking in. I've been trying to get this vlog for about 25 minutes. I turned you off a minute while Jimmy went away. It's better with a sharper knife, although I'm not sure if you can see it. I'll show you my board again. So I've got my onions, and in the pan. Now, let me get some heat on that. Literally, that's all that's in that is the oil. I wasn't going to like that. Right. And then I've got some baby tomatoes. Put them in a bag when they're done. Got to pierce an hole in them. Don't need loads of them ones, but I want some. I do like the baby plum hole. You can use cherry tomatoes if you want, but I don't like cherry tomatoes, and for anybody who says they taste the same, no they don't. I'm going to use about, I don't know, about that many, because I want the juices out of them as they're cooking down. You have to prod these, otherwise you're going to burn your face when you bite into them, or they explode all over your kitchen. So I'm going to put about that many in, and my onions straight in my pan. Now I need a stirrer that's not going to ruin the pan. It cooks in ages properly. So let's see how this goes. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm making my own top for them as well, my own mash. But I'm going to cook this first, and then it can sit, bang a lid on it, and it can marinate in its own juices. Someone's cutting their edge, fantastic. Be back in a minute. Right, I'm just going to fry these off a little bit. Anybody who's watched before knows Gareth likes his onions well done, so I've banged these in first, and the tomatoes well done. I'm just going to fry these for about 6 minutes. Now these have been on for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to add some minced beef, 25% fat. Just plonk that straight in. This is fully defrosted, by the way. I'm just going to brown this mince off, mix it in with the onions and the tomatoes. The tomatoes are squishing up lovely. Perfect. That's how I like them. This is the first thing I've probably cooked in ages. Now, all this meat's browning off. I'm going to add some spices to start off with. First, bog standard, we're going to have some salt. Pink Himalayan I'm using, that's what's open, any will do. Want some salt. We're going to have black pepper. Quite a bit of black pepper. Gareth likes his pepper. And the only other thing I'm putting in at the moment, I'm going to put a teaspoon of mustard powder in. Is it a teaspoon? It's a little one. Not even a full one. I'm going to put about that much mustard powder in. So that was about half a teaspoon. Now I've not added any more oil whatsoever. I want to see what kind of liquid comes out of this mince. Hopefully it's not going to be too sloppy. I'll come back to you in a minute when it's done. So as you can see, quite a little bit of water come out of that mince. I've noticed it with all meat lately, it's terrible. So I've got the shepherd's pie mix, a Coleman's one. Now what I've done is I waited to see how much water come out. So I'm actually just going to mix this straight in here, because there's quite a bit of water in this. I'm going to mix my shepherd's pie flavouring right in. If it needs a little bit more water, that'll be fine. Might not do, we'll see how we go. Oh, that's alright actually. It's got like a gravy texture, can you see? But Gareth, like I said, doesn't like it really gravy. And I'm also going to add, while we're here, of course, some garlic. Easy cheap garlic, straight out of the tub, not quenching it up, can't be bothered. Now I am going to add a tiny bit of water because it does look a little bit dry, a little bit bitter, and when I say it's like 1/4 of a cup, that's it. And I'm going to cook it in that for another 5 minutes. I just want to make sure that mixture is not bitty on the meat, and neither is the garlic. Oh, that looks a bit better. There we go. We're going to let that cook for 5 minutes. I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to let that simmer for 5 minutes. Come back to me in a second. Right, now I'll just drain these off while I was waiting. So what we're going to put in here, I've got one small tin. It is a small tin. How many grams is it? 300 grams. Is that right? Half a gallon. Yeah, it says 300 grams, but it says drained. It's 80 grams. It's only one of the little ones. I'm going to put the whole thing in. Then I've got some of these green beans. Now I'm only going to put half a tin of these in because it's a big tin. And I'm cooking something else tomorrow. I'll have to come back and check that out in another day. But that will go in. To heat back up a little bit, not a lot, just while I mix it all together. Oh, let's not want that. Mix it all up. Nice and simple. Now you don't actually have to cook these tinned or even warm them through, because don't forget this is going to cook in the oven once you've got your mashed potato top on. This is basically just my base for my shepherd's pie. Nice and simple, look. I'm actually going to turn that off now. Yeah, that's solid enough. Look, you've got a little bit of juice, but not loads. Just how he likes it. I've cooked his onions. Now what I'm going to do is, where's my lid? I've got a lid in here somewhere. That's not it. So, literally going to put the lid on that and let that sit. And that's it. While I sort my mashed potato top out, I'll pick you up in a minute. So I'm just going to show you how to do the mash. Well, we all know how to do mash anyway, but I wanted to show you. So if you've got any leftover tinned veggies, that's what I do with them. They don't travel well in your fridge. All the stuff falls out of them, so just put them in plaggy bags. Straight in my fridge. I've got tomatoes in there. I've got some leftover peas from yesterday. I never keep them longer than a couple of days, but I'm gonna take them out now actually, because I don't mind cold peas, you know, garden peas. I'm gonna have them with my shepherd's pie later, so I'll take them out now so they're at room temperature at least. Yeah, I've got my potatoes out. Now I'm not peeling these. Let me get my bowl out. And we all know I've been known to cheat a little bit and use packet mash, but I'm trying not to do that at the moment because it's just full of crap and preservatives and trying to stick to normal stuff. Now I'm not peeling these with the fresh potatoes today. They're alright actually. If you've got any black bits, cut them off. Anybody who wants to moan at me the arm wash, my potatoes, I don't care. It's good for you, bit of grit. I'm cutting the black bits off though. Cut them all the same size so they cook at the same time. It's that simple. I like them with skins on. I am still just going to mash them. Can't remember who put me on to potato with skins ages ago, years ago. But I love them. I'll chop them up. I'm literally doing a pan full of them. Come back to me in a second. done my taters. Let me show you my pan. Can you see my pan? Let me look. Sophisticated shots. So, literally, that's it. Water, potatoes, nothing else. I'm going to put in salt, obviously. Now, I've tried this a couple of times. I don't know if I've said on here, but a subscriber told me if you put a little bit of olive oil in, not loads, just a little bit, cooks your taters better and you can mash them better, apparently. I've tried it a couple of times and they do seem to whip up a little bit better, so we're trying it. We'll do it. I've showed you it. Now, obviously these are my reading glasses because I was chopping. I have got a fair few new subscribers, about 40. Hi, welcome to the absolute shit show that is my channel. And also, for them, somebody said I'm a bit close. I've only got one eye, mate. You can tell in these glasses, look. You can't in my other ones because they're dark now. Everybody who's been here for years knows. So, if you don't like it, this is maybe not for you. I appreciate you anyway. Stay, hang about, I'm funny. Right, we'll let these boil. Oh, I can say I'll catch you in a bit on here because I don't edit this one. I can also say Gareth's a tit on here and he doesn't edit this one, so haha, Gareth's a tit. I forgot to tell you, I got a new toy. So I like mix and match cheese, so I got this in the range, right? And basically, it's got a lid on it so you can store it in the fridge. It grates straight into there so there's no mess everywhere. And then you put the lid on it. So I got mix and match cheese. I got white and orange. And then what I'll do is I'll open it. I'm going to grate some of this into there for top for later. Might show you that. Might not want to take my fingers off. And then I'm going to store it in the fridge, put these back in food bags so they'll last longer. I might show you a bit of grating in a minute. So I've chopped off a bit of each. I don't need loads prepped. I'm going to grate it into there and store it. Now, serious debate for you in the comments. Cheese. Food bag. Would you all put the orange cheese and the white cheese in the same bag? I'm myself going to put them in separate bags. But I am actually sat here thinking, why? Could actually, if you want to be technical, just put them both in the same bag, come on. Because I don't like the mixing of them. But I know I've got larger bags, so I could actually put them both in the same bag. Let me know in the comments, would you actually mix the cheeses in the fridge, or would you just put them in separate bags? It's a thrilling blood this, isn't it? Can you imagine if the wizard watched this and then he roasted me? I'm getting meat stick, wasn't I? Right, stack them back in my fridge. Stack them back in my fridge? English is taking an off away, ain't it? Right, let's have a look. So if we go that way, shall I show you my grating skills? Let's have a look. So we're going to want to go that way, aren't we? Alright. This was about £4 in the range. It works! I mean, that's sick. Oh, I've just dropped loads of it in the sink. It falls out the bottom when you lift your lid up, people. I mean, you're all intelligent, you probably already know that, but hey ho. Right, I'm going to grate this, grate my white cheese, and mix it all up. All while my mash is cooking. Just wanted to show you what I've just learnt as well. You don't have to tip it up, it actually works flat. I'm just doing a bit at a time, look, so it mixes well. You don't even have to tip it up, you just do it flat. Look at that, fantastic. This is a great little bit of kit for £4. Get your tins down to range. There we go, it took me 10 minutes. I'm going to put all this in it. Waste not, want not and all that. And then the lid, literally, straight on top. Well, without that on it. Straight on top and in the fridge. Fantastic bit of kit. Let me tidy up. I've got my pan. I've got my stuff that marinated earlier. Let me nick the handle off that. Now, can you see? You've got a little bit of extra soil because it's sat in it. So I'm going to scoop this out and put it in here. But first and foremost, I never told you earlier, going to put some Liam Perrins in it. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Gareth likes a bit of Worcestershire sauce in it. And get a mix up. And then I'm literally just going to transfer it over to here because my tatties are nearly done. So when my tatties are done, bit of a Vanlife tip for you here, right? This pan will sit in the sink, and when I drain my tatties in this, I'll drain the water straight into this, and I'll use the hot water from the oil from the potatoes to clean this. It might be too much in here. We don't eat as much as we used to. Might have to put some in one of them metal tins. Oh my God, there's only a thin layer really. I'd rather have more meat than I would potato at the moment. It's as simple as that. Now we're going to mash as taters, which is bog standard butter. I don't always buy layer pack. I've got no pack in fridge and I'm not going to be bothered about mixing and matching them either. Now, I don't care what diet I'm on. I do buy the lighter butter, but I'm having butter. It's that simple. Too old to eat margarine. I'm going to put a tiny drop of milk, even though it's UHT, I don't care. Look, just to prove, I don't always buy layer pack. This one's no pack. I do like buttery mash. A little bit more for the heart attack. Now, because I've still got a weaker right hand than the left, I'm going to mush it with this first, and then I'm going to mash it with my mashy. My tatty mashy thing. This thing. And just mash it. And for me personally, them skins just get that little bit of texture. It's probably still going to have lumps in it, like, because it's me. Seems like a lot of mash, to be fair. If there's any left over, I'll bag it up and I'll freeze it, because I'm not wasting anything at the moment. I'm being very frugal. Right, now I'm going to come and put this on here. I'm going to put bits on and I'm just going to scrape it on with the fork and spread it out so I ain't got loads on. Because last time I ended up with loads and far too much potato. Same premises all the way around, look, little bits and a little bit here, a little bit there. I'm just going to do that all the way around. Just literally to put a hat on it. A potato hat. I don't want gaps in the meat. There we go, I'm going to do that all over. Right, now this is ready. We won't be eating it till later. Show you it, look like that. I've got a little bit of mash left over, and that's fine. I'll do something with that. What we'll do is, literally, you're going to want to preheat your oven. Lick a bit of mash. Always lick a bit of mash. You're going to want to preheat your oven. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of that double grated cheddar over the top, the white and the orange. Once it's preheated for 10 minutes, bang it in 20 minutes. Cook it through and it should go golden on top. That's my shepherd's pie. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you love it, and I hope you try it. Thanks for watching. I'm cooking something else tomorrow as well, so come back and see that then. Thank you for watching. Thanks for supporting me, guys. I'm going to try and get back to vlogging more on both channels. We appreciate you, unless you're one of them, and then you can suck my toe. Bye. Oh, nearly forgot. I nearly forgot. Happy belated birthday to Susan Ingram. It was last week, but I'm behind on my vlogs. I hope you had a lovely day, Susan, and I hope John treated you. Treated you. See you later, bye. And if you're one of them